y'all. My name is Carolyn. I graduated from the University of Texas in 2015. And a little bit about me, I'm married and I've lived in Austin for the past 6 years since I went to the University of Texas and then now for graduate school at University of St. Augustine. I'm originally from the Dallas area and I lived with my mom and my dad, and I have two brothers. Um, we were all born and raised in the U.S. Both my parents went to college, both my brothers went to college, so we don't really have a ton of diversity in our family. But in the Dallas area, there's actually a ton of diversity. A lot of different people groups and cultures moved to that area for big companies and stuff like that. So my high school was really diverse growing up, and I got to learn a lot from friends and families. So just going over to other people's houses and experiencing the way that they do life, getting to share a meal with them is like a huge way to learn about different cultures and things that they may do differently than your family, even just in food selection. And also getting to learn a little bit about different languages from friends' parents who were only Spanish speaking, and so I feel like from living in Dallas, I got to learn a lot about diversity from my friends. And then also living in Austin and going to the University of Texas. UT is a really big school and there's a really big international population. So I got to learn a lot about different cultures from international students that I met in different organizations that I was a part of and who were also part of my major. So just from them learning more about where they're from and why they came to the US and like some of the problems that they've had since they've been here, just working through language barriers and all of that. And also getting to talk with their families about differences that they've experienced here. So those friends have been able to share a lot with me about how cultures are really different, especially from the other side of the world, um, coming here to the United States and just learning so much. Uh, Another thing that I've also gotten to do is to go on some mission type trips to different places. And through those, I've learned a lot about different cultures and getting to be immersed in a different language where I don't really speak the main language in the country, and so it's harder for me to communicate with them as it would be in the United States for somebody who's just moved here for the first time and doesn't know English. So I've gotten to learn a lot about different cultures from those experiences, even though my family background isn't super diverse. For my cultural competency checklist, I feel like I have a really good understanding of differences in culture and how that it might affect treatment or the way that I communicate with patients, or just their beliefs about the treatment and what should be done. So while I have a really good understanding of differences, I can't always put myself in their shoes and have the correct empathy for the situation or to be able to really understand why they're saying what they're saying. So if a patient were to refuse a treatment based on like a religious belief, I would understand, but it would also be really hard for me to empathize with or to not have biases about um, why they wouldn't accept that treatment. So I think that understanding and then being able to put yourself in the patient's shoes and to really relate with them differently because of that is a huge thing. So through this class, I hope that I can learn more about being able to put myself in my patient's shoes and just really understand them and not just understand the situation as a whole, but really get where they're coming from.